We welcome you to Assembly Hall here in Bloomington, Indiana. Number 2 Ohio State taking on number 15 Indiana. Dan Dockage, Dave O'Brien with it, and Dan, take us to our one-on-one.
Well, this is a matchup of two terrific post kids. For Ohio State, it's Jared Sullinger. And Ohio State does a terrific job of getting the ball and showcasing Sullinger. You see 25 double-doubles. If he can get his feet into the paint, he's unstoppable. For Indiana, they have not done such a great job with Cody Zeller. Only 5 shots against Michigan State. In this game, they have to help Zeller, either screening, pick and pop, get him the ball, more than the 5 shots he got against Michigan State.
For Ohio State, Sullinger, Aaron Kraft, and William Buford, they could all wind up with Big Ten or All-America honors, but Deshaun Thomas scores 16 a game. He hit for 22 against the Hoosiers last year. For Indiana, Hulls and Christian Watford both hit over 50% on threes. Oladipo has terrific leaping ability, and Verdell Jones III is a 1,000-point scorer. Indiana and the home whites, an excellent shooting team. And Indiana wins the opening tip. This much anticipated game. We are underway on the same court where Indiana has already knocked off the number 1 team in the country, Kentucky, now trying to do it to the number 2 team in the country.
Yeah, and Indiana was not afraid on this court to run with Kentucky, and look for Indiana here to run with Ohio State.
Zeller's first touch in the lane and won't find a range there. Rebound hauled in by Lenzel Smith Jr. Ohio State coming in at 13-1. Their only loss at Kansas, with Sullinger out of that game with back spasms. Up top, Buford, who's making a run at being the all-time leading scorer at Ohio State. In quickly, and one, Sullinger. A motion right away, and he'll go to the line for a 3-point play.
Well, remember this all game. You have to be in help early. Sullinger's going to roll after a screen, but Verdell Jones is just waiting to accept Sullinger, and that's a mismatch. In this game, the help side defender on the screen roll has to get in front of, between the ball and the rolling man. If you're late, it's going to be a 3-point play.
Verdell Jones with the foul. Quick start for Ohio State. Indiana 12-1. They're coming off a loss this week, 80-65 at the hands of Michigan State in East Lansing. Here's Watford, the star of the Kentucky game, left it way short, and Sullinger with the rebound. And he winds up traveling with it. Tom Crean, the head coach for the Hoosiers. He has them in the top 25 for the first time since he came to Bloomington to return Indiana to college hoops royalty, and up against Thad Matta. Since taking over at Ohio State in 04, he has the best record in the Big Ten, best winning percentage at 78%.
Yeah, and how about 6 titles in his 12 years as a head coach, as a Division I head coach.
Kraft trying to make a move quickly. So fast.
Well, that's just a matter of Aaron Kraft playing harder than Verdell Jones. Kraft just put his head down and went. Jones had an angle on him, but relaxed. Kraft took advantage of it.
Zeller on the low block up against Sullinger, trying to get around him in the lane. A lot of contact, no foul, and Sullinger with another rebound. Buford high up. Short jumper. Another scramble for the rebound. Lenzel Smith came away with it. Another miss. Gets it back. That one gets into the basket. And a fast start, 7-0 for Ohio State.
Well, if you remember David Leidy from Ohio State for the last 5 years playing, that's what Lenzel Smith does. He's a kid that provides activity, energy on the defensive end, offensive boards. Whatever needs to be done, he does.
Jordan Hulls, a 6-foot junior, running the point. Here's Oladipo, who's averaging about 12 a game.
Dave, this is something to watch. Indiana 2 times has gone into Zeller, but they've done it without getting him any type of advantage, either through a screen or some type of movement, and Sullinger's been able to play him both times.
Watford, a lot of iron, but it drops in for the first 2 for the Hoosiers tonight.
That's a great matchup for Indiana. Second time they went to Watford. Second time Deshaun Thomas allowed Watford to just step in. Sullinger is playing much better defense on Zeller than Thomas is on Watford.
Here's the kick to Lenzel Smith, and well short. And a foul in the rebounding fray. 17:20 to go here in the first half from Assembly Hall, which can be flat out the loudest arena in college basketball when these fans really get it going. Thomas with the foul. We'll see how loud they get tonight. It was absolute bedlam here in the game against Kentucky.
People saw the shot that went in, but it was that way before the game, during the game, at timeouts, constantly throughout the course of that game.
Oladipo, too strong. Rebound comes out high. Kraft wants to run. Kraft, one of the top point guards in the country, trying to take on Hulls, who knocks that one away. Great stop there by Hulls on the baseline. He comes away. Here's a long one. Well, he hits 52% out there from three-point land.
That's a welcome sight for Hoosier fans. Jordan Hulls, 2 for 10, 0 for 4 against Michigan State, and he was the topic of conversation all week long among basketball fans in the state of Indiana.
Sullinger out of the double. Nice play there. Smith, the open man for 2.
See, again, the help side guy. In this case, it was Watford. He was late. He didn't know where to go. If you do that against Ohio State, they take advantage of it.
Zeller thought about it a little closer. Slap and a foul by Sullinger. Reaching in, he picks up his first. So #1 on Thad Matta's star and the National Player of the Year candidate.
Well, Jared Sullinger really bailed out Cody Zeller. The last jump shot Cody Zeller had taken in a game was against Butler, and he airballed it from right there. Right now, you're in pretty good shape. Rule of thumb in coaching, whether it's 6th grade through NBA, is never foul the jump shooter.
He's made 65% of his shots overall, 76% at the line, but hits the first one off the very front of the iron.
Dave, you see that bandage he has on his arm? He got banged up in practice and got bruised, started wearing it. Well, Indiana started winning, so he's kept it on. But he tells people that he has a tattoo that he doesn't want anybody to see. He's a great kid. He's a fun kid, as are his 2 brothers.
Kraft again, the quick step for 2, and that's something they're going to have to make an adjustment on.
Yeah, they are. You drive the ball towards Buford. That's what Kraft did there. Oladipo did a great job of walling off the help, which in that case was Cody Zeller.
You and I saw Kraft absolutely terrorize the Florida Gators defensively for 40 minutes. Forget about the offense that he could occasionally bring, and they forced the second turnover of the game.
Well, that's what he does, Aaron Kraft. He gets you, he beats you down, he beats you down to where, you know, you've either got to toughen up or guys quit.
Little step back by Buford, pretty sweet there. 2-pointer by William Buford, the 6'6" senior. He's coming off a big game against Northwestern this week. He scored 26. Oladipo went up high for the rebound. Here's Verdell Jones off the mark. Zeller there for the rebound, right back up.
Much more active this game and much more comfortable is Cody Zeller now. He should be, because Michigan State had 2 guys. Adrian Payne at 6'10", long arm to bang on him, and Derek Nixon, a very much improved Derek Nixon. This should be an easier game for Cody Zeller.
Thomas into the lane, fires it up with the left hand, no. Rebound tipped out. Here's Thomas again. That one won't fall, and a foul. That's going to be an offensive foul. With 14:56 to go here in the first half, pace heating up. Ohio State leading it 13-7.
Happy lives, they can change in an instant. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, it can shatter your life. If you're currently in a lawsuit but need money right away, can you afford to wait years for your suit to settle? Now you can get the money you need in as little as 24 hours from Oasis Legal Finance. You may have medical bills, rent to pay, car payments, even simple day-to-day expenses. You need help now. At Oasis, there are no out-of-pocket fees, no payments until your case settles, and no obligation to repay if you do lose your case. So there's absolutely no risk. Call Oasis right now to see how much money you could get before your case settles. Once approved, Oasis can get you your cash in as little as 24 hours. The sooner you call, the sooner you can start putting your life back together.
Don't wait. Call Oasis Legal Finance at 1-800-562-6113 right now.
All summer long, BTN delivers day-long blocks of programming devoted to your favorite Big Ten university during school days. You'll see the best games from this past season. Unforgettable championship moments, greatest games, and the stories of the most iconic athletes and coaches in history. School Days. Catch an entire day of Indiana. Today, only on BTN.
They are the all-time greats, the best to ever compete and coach in the conference. They are the Big Ten Icons. Learn every story during a Big Ten Icons Marathon. Friday, only on BTN.
Interact via social media and purchase official IU souvenirs and apparel by visiting the Indiana University Athletics official online store at iuhoosiers.com. Now part of the Big Ten Digital Network.
Back at Assembly Hall here in Indiana, Dan Dockich and Dave O'Brien alongside. And on the last evening of 2011, the Hoosiers will try to do something they haven't done in 6 tries. That's beat the Buckeyes. It's the longest winning streak in this rivalry. However, Indiana has won the last 4 times in which both schools were ranked. That goes back to January of '06. And look at the last time Indiana won. Look who the head coach was. It was Dan Dockich. What do you remember about that one?
I'm sure Eric Gordon had something to do with it on both ends of the floor. I do remember we were up at half and it missed a ton of open shots. And it was a back-and-forth game second half. Kostas Koufos was killing us in his zone, but DJ White took care of it. That's what I remember. I'm feeling really good after the game.
Feeling pretty darn good, I'll
really
bet.
Good.
Here 13-7, Ohio State on top and Indiana with the ball. On this floor, December 10, they beat #1 Kentucky on that buzzer beater by Christian Watford. Tom Crean said, you know, it was not hard to get everyone's feet back on the ground after they said right back to practice the next day. I thought everyone was level-headed and ready to go.
You know, he made a great point. He said Vidal Jones and Christian Watford really took care of that, and that was something that would not have happened a year ago.
Oladipo around and out, had a pretty good look from the corner.
He had a great look because Jared Sullinger had fallen down, and Buford went to help on Zeller quickly, and it's as good a look as he'll get.
Kick ball there, Ravenel into the ball game for Ohio State. The transfer from Boston College on the floor.
Ravenel's in the game because of Deshaun Thomas's lack of defense, and because I think Thomas is going a little quick. He's from Fort Wayne, Indiana, was Mr. Basketball here in the state, wants to settle him down a minute.
Boy, Buford doesn't need much of an opening, and he doesn't need anyone to tell him twice to shoot the ball.
No, it never has, ever since he was at Toledo Libby High School. Playing for a great coach in Leroy Bates, he was always a kid that was going to let her fly.
Full start so far shooting it for Indiana, Dan, just 30%. This is a team that ranks among the best shooting teams in the country. Foul here against Ohio State with 13:55 to go in the opening half, and that'll go against Smith. Indeed, Tom Crean's team shooting 50% overall from the field, 45% from 3, which makes them #1 in the country.
Well, one of the reasons for that is Cody Zeller likes to play inside out. He'll pass the ball out along Indiana's perimeter to step into shots. And the other thing is, you know, Indiana's been very unselfish making extra passes. And the third thing is, other than Kentucky at North Carolina State, they played a really easy schedule.
Yes. Now tonight, facing the #2 ranked team in America.
I have to correct that. I think Butler's going to be really good. They did play Butler. Butler won today coming from behind. Beating Butler, I don't care whether it was here or how they were playing. That's a good win no matter what.
Knocked away by Watford. Buford goes sprawling for it, wants a timeout, and he got it. So some smart basketball there by Buford so as not to turn it over. 15-7, Ohio State.
A gentle mouthwash that also strengthens my teeth? I didn't think it was possible until new Act Sensitive. The alcohol-free formula has soothing botanicals that are gentle on my sore mouth and maximum fluoride to rebuild enamel. New Act Sensitive. Strong teeth, fresh breath in a sensitive formula.
Accentuate the positive.
Come on. Everyone deserves a 24th chance.
Anger Management, the new comedy series, premieres June 28th only on FX.
The age of oil is coming to an end, but we will get past it, and we will be a much stronger and more secure nation once we do.
Ohio State has a wealth of resources and talent working on these issues.
OSU is a leader in the development and advancement of sustainable technologies.
Students like the ones at Ohio State University will contribute to this clean energy future. There's so much you can do.
If you owe back taxes to the IRS, listen to this important message. The IRS seizes bank accounts every day. The IRS puts liens on paychecks and bank accounts every day. The IRS even puts non-taxpayers in prison every day. If you owe the IRS at least $10,000 in back taxes, we can help. Let our qualified CPAs, tax attorneys, and IRS enrolled agents go to work for you. We will stop the harassing phone calls. Don't let the IRS garnish your wages, levy your bank account, or seize your assets. Call Maximum Tax Resolution now. Let us get the situation under control. We will contact the IRS on your behalf, make arrangements, reduce the amount you owe if you qualify. The IRS is relentless. They will find you and will collect from you. We have saved millions of dollars for our clients. The IRS won't quit. Get help. Don't wait until it's too late. The consultation is free, but you must call now. Call Maximum Tax Resolution now.
You are.
Thad Matta has been successful in the paint here tonight. Ohio State with 7 field goals, Dan, and 5 have come in the lane.
Couple off offensive rebounds. They've taken the ball to the rim, haven't settled for a jump shot. We've seen Aaron Kraft go to the rim and go strong to the rim. So getting points in the paint is not just throwing it on the block. There's a variety of ways to get that done. Like right here, he's going to the paint.
Kraft fouled by Hulls, trying to get in front of him. That'll be his first personal on Jordan Hulls, the junior from Bloomington, right here. Hometown kid, very popular with the fans. Now the students obviously aren't here because of the break. That could make a profound difference in this game, can't it?
There's no question. There's a different energy in here. What it is a number of people getting tickets that live in Indianapolis or surrounding areas because those tickets are available without the students. And as everybody that follows college sports knows, students create the energy in the arena 9 out of 10 times.
Sullinger on the back down to the paint, draws the foul. It's going to roll off the iron, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Sullinger has always been a very reliable foul shooter. Up against Zeller. That time Pritchard committed the foul, however. And Sullinger will shoot 2. Sullinger missed 2 games with the back spasms. Also had a banged up foot. But the All-American and Player of the Year candidate scored 21 against Duke, and Coach K said later he is the best player in America.
A lot of good players, and he's got one on his own team in William Buford, who I think is an All-American. But Jared Sullinger is now just getting back into the form that we saw early when they played Florida. He played great, was hurt, and now he's making a comeback to where he was.
A 10-point lead for the Buckeyes. That's really quieting the crowd more than any other thing, probably. Hulls trying to get around. Buford will foul him. Had his hands on him to pick up his first. Well, 1942, 1974, and 75, the Hoosiers also started their seasons 12-0, as they did this year, before finally losing against Michigan State this week.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in 42, but I know 75 was an undefeated regular season. Yeah. 76 was an undefeated national champion.
That's some pretty good teams there under Bob Knight.
Yeah.
Hulls in the corner. Ravenel came out to guard him. Now he's bottled up. Tried to fire it off him. Now a collision and a foul. That'll go against Aaron Kraft. Number 1.
This is where Indiana has had problems, Dave. Jordan Hulls was trapped in the corner, but he has Tom Pritchard wide open. Indiana's guards have done a very poor job all year at looking towards the basket, whether it's the post feed or get out of traps. They always look left or they look right. They rarely, if ever, look straight down, and it's cost them. And it certainly cost them in the Kentucky game late. They were bailed out, but it also cost them in the Michigan State game.
Rudell Jones getting his own shot, not there. Zeller with the rebound, knocked away by Ravenel. Kraft looking up the court. Outstanding passer as well as a great defender, and a traveling violation on Buford. I'll tell you something else, one more foul by Ohio State and Indiana. In fact, they are shooting bonuses, so 17-7, Ohio State with a 10-point lead. Indiana could be on the line a lot here in the first half. Jones on the move. Oladipo worked a lot in his outside shot, but he can do that too. Knifing in, not there. Tipped up and in by Zeller. Got the right hand up there.
Boy, terrific drive. Oladipo to the rim. Ravenel came up to help, which is a cardinal rule of interior defense. When Ravenel came up, it opened up the baseline backboard for Cody Zeller.
Buford off the screen. Sullinger on Pritchard. Out of the double team. Jump shot from the corner, and that's off target. Rebound comes out to Zeller. Here's Oladipo. Indiana gets a terrific shooter in the game in Matt Roth, who is a sensational three-point man. Oladipo, tough angle there. Poked out. Here comes Ohio State. Seibert high up on the wing, the sophomore from Cincinnati. That was intended for Sullinger. Eventually Ravenel draws the foul, hard foul too, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair with 10:59 to go. Timeout, 17-9. Ohio State in the early going at Assembly Hall.
Hi, I'm Joe Gray with the GoJo Hands-Free, the only device on earth that's truly hands-free. These things are not hands-free. You stick them in your ears, gross, but you still have to hold your phone. And these are not legal for hands-free driving. The GoJo goes on in 1 second. Hello? 1 Mississippi. Hey mom, I can't talk right now. And it works with all phones. Flip phones, cordless phones, even landlines. And pop it off. Any phone, big or small, even the most radical moves won't knock it off. The GoJo goes on with one hand, so you can keep your eyes on the road. I love it.
It's true hands-free.
Call now and I'll send you 2 GoJos for just $10. And I'll throw in my Super Grip mat absolutely free. It grips and holds your phone, music player, or anything else you can think of. Call now and I'll double the entire offer. Just pay processing and handling. That's 4 GoJos and 2 Super Grip mats for just $10.
To order for $10 plus processing and handling, call 1-800-868-0108 or order online at gojohandsfree.com.
Joined by a will to compete and a desire to achieve excellence, the athletes of the Big Ten wear their colors with pride and put forth the maximum amount of effort to create memories that will last forever. Every season, every sport, one network that captures it all.
Honoring legends and building leaders. It's been a Big Ten tradition for more than 100 years. We honor the legends who've given us moments we'll never forget. And building leaders? Well, that's about preparation for living a life of significance every single day.
Talked to John Calipari about that, and with a young team, sometimes they don't execute. Cody Zeller came up and set a great screen on Marcus Teague, and I think it was Darius Miller was supposed to come up with him and just foul. They had 2 fouls to give. Nobody came up with Zeller, and it freed the ball handler. And next thing you know, in a scramble situation, Watford set up in his favorite spot, which is the left wing.
And the foul never came.
Though, and people you saw the end of it, which was everybody on the court. But as you watched that game, that energy was there the entire ball game, and that's something that's great in the non-conference season, to see teams play on each other's home court as opposed to a neutral site.
Ravenel still with 2 seasons to go after transferring from BC, and makes the pair. Now Ohio State has not trailed in this one, their biggest lead, back up to 10 points. Got Derek Elston in the ball game, wearing that mask after breaking his nose in practice a couple of weeks ago. Tough shot by Watford, but everything in the lane is contested. Now on the run, Sullinger. Great dish there to Seibert, but it's going to be a foul to go the other way. Offensive foul against Ohio State.
Matt Roth did what you're supposed to do in transition. He sprinted back, put his head under the basket. You're going to see Roth comes back, puts his head right there under the basket. Now, there will be debate on two things, though, whether or not Roth was set, and you have to allow Sullinger to come down. And if you watch Roth's feet, is he inside that 3-foot arc that is new to college basketball?
I thought that was a restricted arc play right there.
I did too.
It's an attempt to limit the number of collisions near the basket on block charge plays, and that seemed tailor-made. But an offensive foul on Sullinger. Tipped away by Seibert. Roth goes to get it.
And now you're sitting here, if you're Ohio State, and you have Sullinger and Thomas both with 2 fouls. And you've got to kind of hold the fort here for a while.
Hulse, yes, all net. 52% from 3. One of 4 Hoosiers shooting 45% or better from beyond the 3-point line this year.
Well, he just sized up the freshman Scott. It's a lot easier for Hulse against Scott than it was Appling the other night. This is where it'll get tough. Buford has to get the ball here.
Shannon Scott threw it away. The freshman gave it up. That's 5 turnovers for the Buckeyes. Elston gives it back out for Hulse. Kraft is about to return for Ohio State after he gets a breather. Hulse nearly went down there. Elston, a shot clock at 13, airborne. Went for his own rebound and could not handle it.
Well, Derek Elston is shooting a floater is not what Indiana needed. Derek Elston, had he caught the ball, gotten low, would have been able to go to the rim, put 2 hands on the backboard. Really, there's only one guy should be shooting the ball for Ohio State here, and that's Buford.
Seibert well short. You feel the tide turning now in the Hoosiers' favor all of a sudden. Hulse got airborne, got it off to Pritchard. He had to make the adjustment. Elston will shoot it. Got a good look, not there. Ravenel swinging that elbow to get everybody away from it. Ravenel, he has some skills down there, but that one airmailed. Williams tied up and fouled by Pritchard. The youngster, Amir Williams, big 6'11" freshman, draws the foul. Tuesday night, college hoops at 7 on ESPN2. Michigan State battles Wisconsin. That's always a great game. And then at 7, ESPNU, it's Louisville against St. John's, the Red Storm.
How about Wisconsin losing at home today to Iowa? Shot 3 of 28 from the 3-point line. Gave up 72 points.
Buford fouled as he went up to take the shot with 8:25 to go. Let's see what they do with this call. 19-12. Take another look on the inbounds.
How can that not be a 2-shot shooting foul?
Timeout. As we get ready to turn the page on 2011, Dan Dockich, Dave O'Brien with you. Ohio State has gone almost 6 minutes without a field goal, Dan.
Well, they brought Aaron Kraft in, so now the only 2 guys that should score or should shoot here is Buford or Kraft driving it.
Hulse ran right into a screen set by Williams and went down. Buford dribbled it off the foot, but it's off Indiana's foot. That was off Christian Watford.
This is a terrific move by Tom Crean, putting Christian Watford. You see Watford hands up, active. It went off his foot, but a great move by Tom Crean, putting Christian Watford on Buford.
Rebound tipped out high, Oladipo. He can be a highlight film when he really gets into that open floor. He's a tremendous dunker. Watford gives it out. Oladipo there. And this one tightens up considerably. A 4-point game.
Smart play by Watford. Had the shot, didn't take it, drove it in the lane, could have shot off balance. Instead of doing that, found an open Oladipo.
6-0 run here for Indiana. Ohio State has missed their last 5 shots. Kraft, that's a foul on Watford. He's just trying to get in front of Kraft. It is not an easy thing to stay in front of Aaron Kraft. Oladipo, money from the wing, a triple.
Progressive saved me money on my car insurance for doing the right thing behind the wheel. What a concept. Excuse me, sir, you know how fast you were going? Exactly 25 miles per hour. That makes you a safe driver. Keep driving safe. You serious? Absolutely. Couldn't help but notice you applied your brakes smoothly and evenly. You know, Progressive rewards safe drivers. Think of this as a reward forward.
Thank you.
Nice, you stopped at the stop sign. You qualify for a safe driver discount. Wow. Keep safe and keep saving.
Be part of the most exciting event of the summer, the inaugural BTN Big 10K, Saturday, July 28th in Chicago. Wear your school colors and compete in a Big Ten themed 10K and 5K run. Kick off the football season in style with thousands of other fans at the ultimate post-race tailgate and fan fest. Register by July 1st at btnbig10k.com to guarantee your school-specific Drytech Big Ten race shirt.
Leave me alone. Get it fixed, girly boy. I really don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Flux capacitor.
What? What are you talking about, man?
Catch an all-new episode of Hard Part South Bronx, Thursday only on Speed.
Worried about the environment?
Everyone, please, don't panic!
There's plenty you can do to help.
Wow.
Don't litter.
Can't you throw imaginary food to your imaginary pet?
Reduce gas emissions.
Whoa, excuse me.
And protect our waters.
This is my first bath in decades.
I don't want to see that.
Join Keep America Beautiful and the Herd and practice environmental acts of niceness. You can make the world a greener place. Visit Keep America Beautiful at KAB.org to get involved.
Well, back in Indiana, and some of the great supporters of Indiana basketball in the house here tonight. And that includes John Mellencamp, along with Meg Ryan. There they are taking in the game. And unfortunately, a key young player for the Indiana Hoosiers not able to go tonight because of an ankle injury. Sheehy has been out. Will Sheehy averaging 11 points per game. And what do you think they'll get him back? You spoke to him earlier tonight.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it may be a week or two. He was so down about not playing in this game. He didn't play in the Michigan State game, rolled an ankle, and boy, is he a tough kid. He and Oladipo have changed the approach of Indiana basketball. Their toughness has rubbed off on everybody.
Buford bounces in for Williams, made a fine adjustment there in the lane.
And that's what I mean. William Buford has to shoot. He didn't shoot there, but he handled it until somebody came to stop him from others. That time it was Williams' man. It's like Robbie Hummel with Purdue. Robbie Hummel with Purdue has to play like he's going to lead the country in scoring. Exhaust all options before you give up the ball.
So he gave up the dribble. Ohio State had gone 7 minutes in between field goals. Now they force a turnover.
Dave, that's another post feed that Indiana did not make. It's been a problem all year for them against good teams.
Williams very active. He draws the foul. We're still trying to figure out why Buford, a couple of possessions ago, deep in the left corner, wasn't going to the line on a two-shot foul. They ruled he was fouled on the floor. I find it hard to believe. A foul here on Zeller. So Williams to the line. Here Williams, 6'11" freshman from Birmingham, Michigan. A little trouble at the line. He's 5 out of 13 for the year. Ohio State, and a lot of this has to do with Williams being in the game. The McDonald's All-American. They are plus 10 on the boards here early.
Well, Williams has done a good job on both ends of the floor, but
Verdell Jones slicing in for two, just kept on trucking.
We talked about help side earlier, and as Verdell Jones drove, Cody Zeller just absolutely cleaned out Williams, got him out of the way for one reason and one reason only. Zeller was low and determined. Williams was upright and still worried about his missed free throw.
Graff goes back inside, a bounce. Seibert lost it. Here's Oladipo up against Buford, who knocks it away. Stolen away by Ohio State. Some stingy defense. Kraft on the drive again. He's done that a number of times here in the first half.
And that's what has to happen till the end of this half. Buford and Kraft have to be the guys making the plays. Now, Seibert can shoot a jump shot, that's fine. And if the ball goes in the block to either Ravenel or Williams, got to get out of there. Kraft and Buford, that's it.
Whistle here away from the ball, 5:45 to go. 23-17 to score the foul on Buford. We've got Duke and Temple coming up on Wednesday, followed by Marquette and Georgetown. Georgetown coming off another outstanding win. Marquette, an awful shooting performance against Vanderbilt. At one point, they trailed in the first half 35-8.
And, you know, everybody said, well, Vanderbilt's soft, Marquette's tough. That was kind of the lead to that. Well, it showed itself to be the other way. I still think Marquette's tough, but I think people kind of, you know, Vanderbilt got off to a tough start. Is Ely not playing? People kind of forget about it, but that's a good basketball team. That will be a good basketball team as we move through the SEC.
And Marquette just had an awful shooting night. Simple as that. Every team has those. You see Jones III with over 1,200 career points. Done that rather quietly here in Indiana. Through the tough years, he's a senior now, getting a chance to finally enjoy being on a very competitive team.
I have a lot of respect for Fidel Jones. Indiana fans are all over him saying he over dribbles. But the kid's come here. He's worked hard on the court. He's been an absolute representative of Indiana and Indiana basketball off the court. That's what I'm talking about. Kraft makes the play. He makes the play, and then others can clean it up. And
Williams is really making an impact in this game for Ohio State, with Sullinger on the bench with a couple of fouls, Thomas out with a couple of fouls. He has 4 points, but he's been a real presence in there.
He has on the offensive side. Now he has to be better here defensively.
All net there by Burldale Jones. He has 9 points a game coming in. And this one tightens up again, a 4-point lead for Ohio State. Ravenel into the paint. Offensive foul. Indiana ball with 4:46 left in the half.
A man has to know his limitations. Was it Dirty Harry movie? You just have to know that when you throw it in there, if you're Ravenel, if you have an angle, fine, but you don't need to go make a play.
That was not your best Clint Eastwood. You've done that much better.
I don't know that I was trying to imitate. I was just trying to quote. But you know, Indiana's going to let Ravenel get it. They're going to let Williams get it, play behind, make him score over. Get it, kick it back out, repost, see if you can get closer to the basket if you're Ravenel and Williams.
Here's the youngster Remy Abel, a freshman out of Louisville. He's being assigned right now to guard Kraft. Inside Zeller, knocked away. Williams with the foul. So Cody Zeller proving to be a handful. He's 9th in the nation in field goal percentage at 65%.
Well, Williams just plays too upright. You see Zeller's just lower with his hips, demanding the ball. Williams, when he's skinny, so standing upright makes him weak. Now he's a good offense. He's played well offensively here, but defensively, he's a shot blocker from either behind a post man or coming from the weak side. He's not a post defender just yet in Indiana. Good job taking advantage of it.
2-point game. Kraft keeps on coming. Hit the deck, and a foul there. Could be a travel violation. I'm sorry, travel on Kraft. So Kraft gives it up.
Remy Adele pretty good. Zeller comes over and doesn't reach, just keeps his feet moving. And Kraft, this time being low for Aaron Kraft, got himself off balance with the turnover and the travel.
Indiana with an opportunity here to tie or take the lead. Another whistle with 4:02 to go.
No, that's a bad call. That's just a bad call. Williams had come over, was moving a little bit. Every touch in basketball doesn't have to be a foul. And that's just, you just play. And sometimes officials get so whistle happy, particularly for the home team.
Take another look here. Williams with the foul.
Williams is 23. He's just going to come over. He's just moving his feet. I guess he reached a little bit there, but this is the Big Ten.
Verdell Jones III at the line, 74% foul shooter. And he can tie the game right here. And that is the first tie in the game.
You can tell Verdell Jones really confident right now.
Denzel Smith trying to get away in a blocking foul. That'll go against Indiana and Derek Elston.
Well, a lot of ticky-tack fouls called here. I guess if you're going to call it on Ohio State, you got to call it on Indiana.
If a phone rings at your car insurance company and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? Or if a tree falls on your car and no one's around to answer your call, do you make a sound? The answer is probably yes. And like a howler monkey, unless you're calling eSurance, they have live humans on the phones to help 24/7. So you might make different sounds, like happy human sounds. eSurance, insurance for the modern world. Click or call.
All summer long, BTN delivers day-long blocks of programming devoted to your favorite Big Ten university during school days. You'll see the best football and basketball games from this past season, unforgettable championship moments, greatest games, and the stories of the most iconic athletes and coaches in history. School Days. Catch an entire day of Michigan State, Monday only on BTN.
What you're seeing here is an 85-acre solar field. It's the largest solar generation facility in the Midwest.
This site is enough power to provide energy for about 1,500 homes.
The Ohio State Extension Office and the local businesses package this whole thing together. It's never been done anywhere in the state of Ohio.
We can generate even on days like this, so you can utilize this technology anywhere.
You're going to see more and more projects like this in Ohio.
Soy mexicano, americano.
Cubana americana.
Colombiano americano.
Boricua americana.
Dominicana americana.
Mexicano, americano.
Cubano americano.
Peruano americano.
Dominicano, americano.
Colombiana y americana.
Mexicano, americano.
Americana como tú.
Americano como tú.
Americano como tú.
This summer, say hola to the new Spanish language broadcast network for you. Mundo Fox, Americano como tú.
Big Ten headlines Ryan just mentioned. The Hawkeye shocker at Wisconsin today. Trevor Mbakwe had knee surgery Friday to repair a right ACL, obviously gone for the year. And Big Ten and Pac-12 collaboration long-term scheduling commitments have been made across all sports. This is a good officiating crew, but both sides, both Indiana and Ohio State, the coaches have had some problems with some of the calls and the plethora of fouls.
Well, you like to see, if it's a foul, call the foul. If it's something that affects a shot, then fine. But some of these calls, there's just a little bit of a touch. This is the Big Ten. I mean, this is big boy basketball.
19 total fouls. It's pretty stiff. Terry Weimer is an outstanding official. He had a long talk.
It's a great crew.
Long talk with Thad Matta during the break, and it wasn't all roses. 3.5 to go here in the first half. Another foul here on Pritchard. It'll be his third. Indiana on a run here, 16-8 run since Sullinger picked up his second foul at the 10:38 mark.
Well, you have Sullinger, you have Thomas on the bench. You're talking about 35, 37 points. And when they're both out, and Buford's been on the bench as well, because you have 4 guys out there that aren't accustomed to being a focal point of an offense.
Okay. Charging. Great pass there, and an easy dunk. The stuff by Sam Thompson coming off the bench.
Thompson's a terrific athlete out of Chicago.
He just committed the foul there with 3:06 left in the half. Thompson drew raves from Thad Matta in the preseason for his work at practices, saying that Thompson's probably the best athlete he's ever had.
Well, I tell you what, J.D. Witherspoon would give him an argument, because J.D. Witherspoon, number 15 for Ohio State's a pretty good athlete too. But Thompson, they feel, as you said, he's going to be an outstanding player. You saw not only his athletic ability finishing with the dunk, but what a great catch, because Aaron Kraft fired that ball across his body in a short distance to Thompson.
Verdell Jones with another one coming. And the pair. 29-27. Under 3 to go here at Assembly Hall in first half. Kraft, a blocking foul. So that time the call goes against Indiana. Hall's a little bit slow to get up with some help.
Well, you're going to see Kraft just put his head down, go past Oladipo. Halls is sliding to his right, and I'm guessing he's going to be inside the arc. No, he's outside the arc, but he was still sliding to his right. Last 2 possessions, I think Ohio State found something for the last 3 minutes, and that's a little bit of movement into a high ball screen with Aaron Kraft going to his right.
So Halls with 2 personals goes to the bench. Kraft 67% at the line, leading Ohio State in assists and in steals. And that one rolls off the iron. So 3-point lead for the Buckeyes. Jones gives up the dribble. Green asks for a play now. Oladipo will start it. Zeller really commanding the ball, being pushed from behind by Ravenel further and further out of the lane. Shot clock at 9. Roth, Verdell Jones. Shot clock at 4. He'll lift it. That missed ugly. Oladipo scrapped for it, and the shot clock will expire. Oh, wait a minute now. There was a timeout. And now the officials are going to get together. Mike Sanzier granted a timeout to Thad Matta.
I thought the shot clock went off before anybody established possession of the basketball.
Thad Matta was also signaling for a shot clock violation. Did you see anybody on the Ohio State side ask for a timeout? Or did the player on the floor ask for a timeout?
Sanzier called a timeout before he got the violation.
Okay.
He called the violation and the timeout.
So he did get the timeout.
He got the timeout.
Terry Weimer came over and said they called it a timeout.
All righty. Kraft has it poked away. It'll be retained by Ohio State with 2:19 to go. So Ohio State is down to 2 timeouts. Kraft had trouble with it. Hits the deck. Asking for help. A tie-up. Possession arrow will take it to the opposite end of the floor, but very, very good defense here by Indiana deep in the backcourt, even though the Buckeyes were retained.
Well, there's a lot of ways. You see right here, Aaron Kraft's the only guy working to get open. There's a lot of ways inexperience shows itself, and for Ohio State, it's nobody coming up to help Aaron Kraft. Now you see 4 guys are up.
Trying to get it in, and asks for once again. I mean, this has just been one of those situations where it's so tough to get it in. They've burned another one. Another timeout. Down to 1.
Ever wonder who's searching for you?
I have 7 people searching for me? 7?
Go to mylife.com. It's the internet's leading people search site, where you can find personal and business connections. More than just friends. Just type in your name and see if someone is searching for you for free. At mylife.com, there are millions of people joining each month. You could have messages waiting for you right now. Go to mylife.com and see if someone is searching for you right now for free.
Joined by a will to compete and a desire to achieve excellence, the athletes of the Big Ten wear their colors with pride and put forth the maximum amount of effort to create memories that will last forever. Every season, every sport, one network that captures it all.
Worried about the environment?
Everyone, please, don't panic!
There's plenty you can do to help.
Wow.
Don't litter.
Can't you throw imaginary food to your imaginary pet?
Reduce gas emissions.
Whoa. Excuse me.
And protect our waters.
This is my first bath in decades.
I don't want to see that.
Join Keep America Beautiful and the Herd and practice environmental acts of niceness. You can make the world a greener place. Visit Keep America Beautiful at KAB.org to get involved.
You may be thinking, I took care of myself and had a healthy pregnancy. My labor progressed normally. And while the doctors didn't admit that anything went wrong at birth, I felt that something wasn't right. I have so many questions about what happened to my baby, but I don't know who to ask or whether I should even be asking them. I worry about my child every day, and I don't know if I can afford to get her the care she needs. If you have concerns about your child, call Sokolov Law. Their dedicated team of registered nurses can help you start the process of getting your questions answered so you can spend more time focused on finding your daughter the medical attention she needs. Conditions like cerebral palsy and brachial plexus palsy are sometimes the result of an injury at birth and may be due to a mistake made by a doctor.
Call for a free consultation at 1-800-279-9123. That's 1-800-279-9123. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson.
Orthopedic surgeons.
What's happened here without Sullinger, without Thomas, it's a very different offensive look by Ohio State.
It is, but last two possessions, Ohio State went to a ball screen, letting Aaron Kraft go to his right. He puts his head down and makes a play, and really, with this lineup, Kraft is the only guy that's capable of making a play on the road in an environment like this.
Kraft brings it across here as we approach 2 minutes to go in the opening half. Thompson handing to Kraft here, under 2. Rebound scuffle, it'll go the other way. It'll be Indiana ball. Ohio State has just gone cold from 3. They're 0 for 6. Indiana has never led in this game. Jones trying to bounce it. Watford, and it's going to roll on out of play.
You know, I hate to keep beating a dead horse, but Indiana's post feeding. And in this game as well, that pass needed to be taken below the foul line. Got an angle where the passer's shoulders are parallel to the postman's shoulders and thrown in there. That was just a lazy play, and that kills Indiana in big games.
Ravenel wants to go in strong with the right hand and gets 2.
Well, that time Ravenel had a bit of an angle and brushed off Cody Zeller.
Zeller on the other end, trying to get around him. Boy, that's a tough move to bank it in. That reverse, a thing of beauty for Cody Zeller.
Yeah, went to his left shoulder, kept his chin on the rim on the other side of the basket. Ravenel, though, when he had him under the basket, should have kept his feet moving and pinned him under the basket.
In the open floor, Verdell Jones. Off the turnover, it's a 1-point game.
Got him again.
Oladipo this time. He slams it. Indiana with their first lead in the first half. A flurry of turnovers by Ohio State late. Look at Tom Crean playing defense. Thompson, heavy traffic. No. Oladipo comes away. Shot clocks are off. Indiana by 1. They've been behind by as many as 10, and now Crean wants a timeout to set up a play. Well, Indiana clamping down defensively.
Well, Victor Oladipo did this twice. He did this on the previous possession, which led to a Verdell Jones basket, came right back against Aaron Craft, and took it from him at half court. Now, this possession, look for the ball to get in Watford's hands either on the block or setting a ball screen, pick, pop, looking for a three with Verdell Jones.
It's all changed since Jared Sullinger, the All-American, picked up his second foul. John Cougar Mellencamp. What's John Mellencamp now?
I call him the Coug.
The Coug? you can get away with that.
He's the Coug.
Very happy the way things are developing right now. 5.8 seconds before halftime. Zeller does indeed get it in Verdell Jones. Taken away 1 second. And Ravenel did not get it off. It did not go anyway. And at the break, Indiana leads by 1. What a surge by the Hoosiers down the stretch. They came from 10 points down a couple of different times in the first half to lead 33-32.
This is the computer ICU. It's what happens to your computer when it gets infected, slows down, and crashes. And if you don't do something, your computer could wind up here in the computer graveyard. But it could be saved with mycleanpc.com.
Is your computer running slow? Are you frustrated with error messages, blue screens, computer freezes, and crashes? Then go to mycleanpc.com for your free diagnosis today. Then just activate the mycleanpc.com software to fix it in minutes. And computer specialists are available while you're online.
The best thing about mycleanpc.com was it had a free diagnosis.
My computer is 100% faster.
You know immediately what the problem is, and the problem is solved right then and there.
Download your free diagnosis today at mycleanpc.com.
BTN goes where you want, when you want it with BTN To Go. Presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Watch live games and BTN original programming, all on your computer, tablet, or smartphone.
Got him! Big strikeout!
Plus, on-demand options include greatest games and re-airs of top matchups featuring Big Ten teams. BTN To Go is available at no extra charge to subscribers who receive BTN through their cable, satellite, or participating video providers. To learn more, visit btntogo.com.
Honoring legends and building leaders. It's been a Big Ten tradition for more than 100 years. We honor the legends who've given us moments we'll never forget. And building leaders? Well, that's about preparation for living a life of significance every single day.
Well, back here in Bloomington, Indiana, Indiana has only had the lead for 38 seconds in this game, but they have it at halftime by 1 over Ohio State. And look at this now. Sullinger with 2 fouls. Deshaun Thomas also with 2 fouls. William Buford has picked up 2, but Sullinger only played 9 minutes in the first half. And Dan Dakich, it seemed like when he came out after number 2, everything changed.
It did change, and Thad Matta, knowing how the game is being refereed, meaning there was a lot of ticky-tack touch fouls being called, he wanted to protect Sullinger. You don't have to take a guy out with 2 fouls and leave him on the bench. You can do 2 things. You can leave him in, or you can play a little offense-defense with him. Thad elected to keep those 3 guys, Buford the third, for the last 5 minutes, down. Big decision. We'll see if it pays off with energy and fouls to give in the second half.
Hey, down the stretch, Aaron Craft was having a devil of a time just getting it across midcourt.
Well, Victor Oladipo has been playing with active hands. Right there, you see his left hand. He reaches in. 2 straight steals right now have led to Indiana's lead.
So ready for the second half, 7 points. 3 turnovers for Kraft. Thomas and Sullinger both on the floor. Zeller there close in, can't get that roll.
A good move by Tom Crean. Setting a little back screen, a little diagonal back screen, getting the ball to Zeller against Sullinger.
Sullinger trying to go up strong. He'll draw the foul just seconds into the second half. 33-32 Indiana. Foul on Zeller will be his second. Now remember, Ohio State, for the rest of this game, has one timeout remaining.
They couldn't get the ball in bounds. And usually, Dave, that's an Ohio State thing. Usually they do a great job of forcing the other team to take timeouts on inbounds plays.
Sullinger with the first miss, but I don't think you can overemphasize how important that could be here in the last 10 minutes of this game.
It can be, but if you're Thad Matta, you have a really good point guard in Aaron Crabb, really smart kid, and you have a senior in Buford. They have to take over leadership of the team if that becomes an issue late.
1 of 2 for Sullinger, tie game.
I'd go right back to Zeller.
Oladipo will pull up and pop instead, and he'll drain it a two-pointer.
Well, I think defense has created offense for Oladipo. The 2 steals made him much more comfortable in this game, and you saw it there offensively.
Kraft in the corner. Denzel Smith Jr. gives it back to the point guard. Now Sullinger. Right there with Zeller. And the foul with 19:06 to go. Now you don't see Zeller react very often, but he has the same look at his face that Tom Green has. This is 3rd foul.
Well, you can see Jared Sullinger does a great job of feeling the defender, meaning he felt Cody Zeller on his left side, so he just spun away. And once Sullinger gets a little bit of an angle, he is so smart, so smooth, and so adept at leaning into his defender to create a foul situation.
So that's 2 fouls in 36 seconds, and Zeller has to sit.
Again, how the game is called. Sometimes in a different game, you might leave Zeller in there. But with the game being called and Ohio State making an effort to throw the ball on the block, you've got to put Pritchard to guard Sullinger.
Oladipo, can he get up quickly for the slam? 37-34, he has 9. Sullinger wants the lane. And 18:34 to go as he's denied. He draws the foul. Pritchard is the man who's going to be assigned to stay with him. He picks up the foul. That'll be his 4th. So they are running out of bodies to send to Jared Sullinger. And he makes the first.
Well, this time Sullinger out on the perimeter. Crowd wanted to walk. Again, the referees will allow you to play defense on a driver if your hands are straight up. If you lean your hands, and in this case Pritchard had both hands going forward, if you put your hands forward, referees are taught to call a foul, and that's what happened on that possession.
You know, it's pretty simple. You want the new iPhone. We want to buy the one in your pocket. We're Gazelle.com, and we'll pay you more than you probably think. We'll pay you fast. We'll even pay the shipping. Like I said, simple. You want the new iPhone. We'll pay you for the one in your pocket. So what's your phone worth? Go to Gazelle.com. Do it now for our best offer. That's Gazelle.com. Couldn't be simpler.
Football never takes a break here at BTN. That's why every Saturday and Sunday this summer, we're satisfying your desire for pigskin with the best gridiron moments in our library.
Look at this burst of speed, big time play.
Classic games, jaw-dropping feats, nail-biting finishes, bold triumphs, and so much more. Don't miss an entire weekend of football replays, only on BTN, the year-round home of Big Ten football.
The Star House is a drop-in center for homeless youth. We do outreach to the streets.
They give you the motivation that you actually need to be able to go out there and do it yourself.
The research that we've been doing at the Star House is the first step to become a national model of addressing youth homelessness.
I think if we had a Star House in other areas, it would help
people to see we're willing to help ourselves, so why not help each other?
Is the IRS knocking on your door for back taxes? Are you being threatened with bank levies or wage garnishments? Alpha Tax Company specializes in negotiating and resolving tax debts with the IRS. Our expert tax professionals and negotiators will use their experience and knowledge to help you pay the IRS as little as possible. We know owing back taxes to the IRS is a tough situation. You may owe back taxes because of circumstances that were out of your control, and it's so much now you just can't afford it. But the IRS will not take no easy. So, let us fight on your behalf to get you the best results available under the IRS guidelines. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS and you want to see if it's possible to pay a lot less, call the number on your screen right now. Speak with one of our agents for a free, confidential tax consultation.
Well, some fans, after that call, started throwing stuff on the floor. Might have been a coin or two. And that's the reason Terry Weimer went over to talk with Tom Crean. (37-36). Ball's on the move. He'll fire it. Barely grazing the iron. It comes to Buford. So Ohio State trying to recapture the lead. Thomas in tight for two.
Too easy. Too easy. Deshaun Thomas just sprinted to the front of the rim, came ball side. Christian Watford just allowed him position. You allowed Deshaun Thomas within 8 feet of the basket. He is going to score. And then he allowed him to go to his right shoulder, which makes it even worse.
This is his first hoop. He comes in averaging 16. Hulls again. He wants to shoot. Ohio State by a point in the early minutes of the second half as Indiana tries to spring another upset. Sullinger double team. Entry for Thomas. He'll shoot it again. Hulls handing off for Watford. Watford on that baseline and draws the whistle. The foul. 17:21 left.
Well, on the miss by Thomas, Watford did a better job of forcing Thomas off of the block. And then on the other end, really smart play by Watford. Going to the rim. Right here, he knows Thomas has 2 fouls. He knows how the game's being called. So hang on to the ball, lead with your chest, your shoulders, your face, and draw contact.
So 3 on Thomas now. Watford, a good foul shooter, 76% at the line.
You know, if you're Indiana, Derek Elston came in for Tom Pritchard, and the reason that Derek Elston just did, I believe they're going to put Watford on the block on the offensive end against Thomas and use Derek Elston out on the perimeter as a high ball screen to try to get another foul or easy baskets for Watford.
Tied at 38. Kraft making a move into the lane to the left hand. It won't roll in. Indiana's going to look to run. Tom Crean told us today at practice at every opportunity. Can't cash in there. Loose ball on the baseline. And it'll go the other way. Indiana able to win it with 16:54 to go. Odell Jones trying to get it in, does bounce in finally here for Elston. Watford. And another whistle.
That's the matchup that you're going to see. In this case, it was Watford on the block against Buford off of the inbound switch, but you're going to see Elston out on the perimeter. You see Elston made the post feed into Watford, and Watford smart, not settling for a jump shot, not fading away, going into the defender, creating contact.
Buford's third. Still tied at 38 with 16:48 on the clock here at Assembly Hall. Green called him really the trendsetter on this team, the tone setter for Indiana, the 6'9" junior. With the foul trouble, Thomas 3, Buford 3 for Ohio State. Sullinger with a pair. He'll fire it and hit it.
Off the ball screen. Jordan Hall's found himself on Sullinger, and Sullinger obviously Hall's no match.
Stripped away from Verdell Jones. Here's Buford to attack, and he draws the foul. Sullinger, by the way, with his first field goal moments ago since 19:19 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, and you know, they tried to get him more involved here in the second half. He's gone to the line. But that play right here where Buford's now on the line, Dave, Christian Watford did a great job. It's the reason you win games. Christian Watford could have given up on the play and allowed Buford to go to the rim and lay it in. But he didn't. He fouled. Now, what that tells his teammates is, you better play as hard as I'm playing. And that's a big, big deal. A year ago, I promise you, late in the year, Watford would have given up on that and let him go lay it in, let Buford go lay it in.
Now Deshaun Thomas going to the bench. Ravenel back in now for Ohio State. Buford averaging about 17 a game. And quickly moving up the charts. He has about 450 points to go before he's the #1 all-time scorer at Ohio State.
Dave, I think he is an All-American. I think he is going to finish his career as one of the great players in Ohio State history and Big Ten history.
Now Buford complaining now as he's just picked up a 4th foul. Look at his all-time ranks, but he's going to have to contemplate that on the bench. And they'll bring back on the youngster Sam Thompson for Buford. Verdell Jones for Watford. Here's Oladipo. Elston picks off the rebound, right back up and in.
And that's what they want Derek Elston to do. You know, he's been shooting too many jump shots. Just be a tough guy, be a defender, be an offensive rebounder.
Thompson driving around Elston. Kraft into the lane. Follows his own miss. And up and in for 2.
That was a great play by Aaron Kraft. That was a great play. When he received the ball, Sullinger was open. But instead of throwing it and turning it over, he passed fake and got in the lane. Made it off the second shot. Great play, Aaron Kraft.
He has 9.
Well, you missed the shot fake, but watch it. He gets in the lane, sticks with it, stays low, has some patience.
Blimpie has been a part of America's tradition for over 40 years. Our subs are made with fresh-baked breads, quality meats and cheeses sliced to order. Taste the difference freshness makes. Blimpie, America's Sub Shop.
All summer long, BTN delivers day-long blocks of programming devoted to your favorite Big Ten university during school days. You'll see the best football and basketball games from this past season, unforgettable championship moments, greatest games, and the stories of the most iconic athletes and coaches in history. School Days. Catch an entire day of Iowa tomorrow only on BTN.
I really don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Blocks capacitated.
What? What are you talking about, man?
Catch an all-new episode of Hardcore South Bronx, Thursday only on Speed.
Brian, thank you very much. Look at the foul situation. Buford with 4, Pritchard with 4, Sullinger with a couple, and Zeller on the bench with 3. So 20 men have already appeared in this game. We say probably more than that are going to wind up playing.
Well, everybody complains Thad Matta doesn't play his bench. You can't complain about that today.
He's played 11 in this contest. Watford down low, and a whistle with 15:10 on the clock. Ravenel trying to stay with him.
Yeah, that's the best matchup Indiana has in this game. That's the comfort zone play right there. You get it. You find something that you're comfortable with. Watford against whomever on the block is their play.
Ravenel's second foul. Over the top for Watford, off his fingertips, knocked out of bounds. Will stay here, off of Ravenel.
They are so good, Ohio State. I think they're the best in the country every year at defending inbounds plays. They make it brutally hard to inbound. Here it looks like they'll give it up to Watford.
Tom Crean says they've been successful in about 35% of their inbounds plays this season. Typically, it's much higher than that. He said we've had more important things to work on, quite frankly.
Yeah, they have other issues, and once you have your program established and the players in, you can work on those type things more often.
Verdell Jones off target. Elston went for the rebound, tipped off his hand.
Sullinger wants the ball in his possession.
He gets it. Good ways away from the hoop, though. He was tripled. Thompson a dribble down, back out for Kraft. 14.5 left. Elston goes down, and he commits the foul. Tuesday night coverage of college hoops continues on ESPN2 and ESPNU. On ESPN2 at 7, it's Michigan State and Wisconsin. And then at 7 Eastern on ESPNU, it's Louisville and St. John's.
I know he's a good friend of yours, but and he's a friend of mine, but the whole basketball community saying Happy New Year to Coach Lavin, still recovering.
Indeed, and that's really sapping his energy, but he's doing his best to coach as often as he can, as much as he can. Roth handing off for Watford. Trying to go one-on-one against Ravenel, who blocks him. Got it back, but doubled up. That's off of Ohio State.
I don't know if you noticed this, Dave, but when Watford caught the ball in that left wing, everybody anticipated him shooting it. And I promise you it was in reference to the Kentucky shot that he hit. Everybody kind of went, oh, you could hear the crowd kind of rise up when he caught it left wing.
It was audible. Verdell Jones off to Roth, who can be deadly outside that three-point line. A couple of years ago, came off the bench and he scored 29 against the Buckeyes, shooting three-pointers. Watford. Sullinger high up for the rebound.
Boy, Watford's going to keep shooting because that stroke will look good. It came out of his hands nice, just a little bit too long.
Just 3 rebounds for Jared Sullinger. And it's certainly been a choppy game. It's going to be an offensive foul on Kraft. Choppy because of all the fouls. We have had a ton of them.
Aaron Kraft usually pretty good on the baseline. Elston was moving a bit, but Kraft, you're going to see here, watch Kraft's left shoulder. He's going to lower it right there. And when you lower a shoulder, whether the defender is moving or not, it's going to be an offensive foul.
Kraft has had an up and down night. He's committed some turnovers, but he's almost into double figure scoring. Verdell Jones III on the move here. Back to Watford in close, swatted away by Ravenel. He's come up with a couple of big blocks here in the second half. He can play very tough defense. He draws the double team, and they're going to turn it over. So that's 12 turnovers for them, 44-41 Ohio State.
Well, you said it, this game is choppy. Ohio State, other than Sullinger, once again, you know, it's Kraft. You just can't put Ravenel in a position where he has to make a move with a defender behind him.
Another one tossed away. We haven't had anybody score in the game in 2.5 minutes.
Well, you're going to get some shots up because that guy right now coming into the game, Deshaun Thomas has only taken 4 shots because of foul trouble, 3 fouls today. I promise you that he is going to get a couple up here very quickly in this game.
Thomas was Indiana Mr. Basketball in 2010, the year before Cody Zeller. Long one here by Thomas. That was on cue.
Yeah, there's no question. He'd have been better served just coming in the game. Shot fake, go to the rim, get fouled.
Elton in close, and one. Count the basket, a blocking foul. Sullinger thought that he had been in position to take the charge, and he was celebrating, banging his chest. That's his 3rd foul.
He thought he was there on the block. The ball's going to go back to Elston. Elston, smart move, take it to the rim. I could not see his feet because the referee pointed down, which means he's saying Sullinger was inside the arc area. That's the move. Call the block, point down to the ground, let everybody know his feet were inside the arc.
Indiana for the tie, no.
How about that block by Thompson, though? Oh.
Lenzel Smith over the top on a slam. Sam Thompson.
What a pass. What a pass. And Thompson, I don't know what it looked like on TV, but I know here it looked like he was 14 feet in the air.
Oh, what a move there, right down the lane, slicing through everybody. Christian Watford.
Well, Watford's played a very smart game. Again, recognizing Thomas with fouls. Watford took it right at him.
6 points. His first field goal since 17:43 left in the first half. So he's been quiet for a long time. Sullinger doubled up again. And now a tie-up. Possession arrow keeps it on this end, but Sullinger putting it to the deck, knocked away by Roth. 46-45.
Well, Thompson showed a block on the other end. Watch this. Look how high he is. That's elevation.
If you had a choice between going bald and a full head of hair, which would you choose? Advances in medical science have resulted in the world's first and only permanent solution to hair loss.
Yes!
You wash it, you cut it. It's your own real, naturally growing hair. When it comes to hair restoration, no one in the world has more experience than Bosley. The results look completely natural and are affordable on nearly any budget. But the entire process can't be explained in 60 brief seconds. So to find out more about this clinically proven and permanent solution to hair loss, call now to receive your free no-obligation information kit. It'll answer all of your questions about hair loss and hair restoration. Plus, we'll also send you this $250 gift certificate just for calling. Every day you wait, you're losing more hair. So don't put it off any longer. You owe it to yourself to find out the facts. Choose hair. Choose Bosley.
Call 1-800-575-9668. That's 1-800-575-9668.
Be part of the most exciting event of the summer, the inaugural BTN Big 10K, Saturday, July 28th in Chicago. Wear your school colors and compete in a Big Ten-themed 10K and 5K run walk. Then, kick off the football season in style with thousands of other fans at the ultimate post-race tailgate and fan fest. Register by July 1st at btnbig10k.com to guarantee your school-specific DryTech Big Ten race shirt.
Is the IRS knocking on your door for back taxes? Are you being threatened with bank levies or wage garnishments? Alpha Tax Company specializes in negotiating and resolving tax debts with the IRS. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS and you want to see if it's possible to pay a lot less, call the number on your screen right now. Speak with one of our agents for a free, confidential tax consultation.
Are you a homeowner 62 or older? Are you looking to access cash from your home or eliminate your monthly mortgage payment? How about both? Then call the number on your screen. With a reverse mortgage, there are no monthly mortgage payments. You will still own your home, and you will have many options on how to receive your cash. Call now. It's time to get all the facts, and Reverse Mortgage Solutions is here to help.
Call 855-200-1052. That's 855-200-1052.
For a better life.
Packed house here at Assembly Hall. We say Happy New Year from Bloomington, Indiana. Ohio State with a 46-45 lead over the Hoosiers. Dan Dockich and Dave O'Brien with you. We talked about this a moment ago. The most recent Mr. Basketballs on the court from the state of Indiana: Halls, Thomas, and Zeller.
Jordan Halls from Bloomington. Deshaun Thomas, third all-time in the history of the state of Indiana in scoring at Fort Wayne Lewis High School. Kentucky fans remember his coach, James Blackman, former Mr. Basketball himself out of Merritt.
Oh, again, Thompson again. One-handed out of the inbounds. Mercy. Well, that's fun to watch. 48-45, unless you're a Hoosier fan.
I think the Hoosier fans like it.
Yeah, it looks like David Thompson.
It does.
Watford, oh, he goes inside for a quick strike. Christian Watford to make it a one-point game again.
Deshaun Thomas is really struggling, and Thad Mata walked over, and you know he's asking his assistants, what do we do about this? Because Deshaun Thomas is not even coming close to putting in an effort to guard Watford.
Thompson trying to take that baseline. He can just jump over everybody. Grabs, zips it in the corner. Smith's shot will go, a three-pointer. Denzel Smith Jr., and that's the first three that they've hit tonight. It spins out. Sullinger there for the board. Point lead for Ohio State. Swing for Sullinger. They run the play for Smith. He can't get it to go.
Well, it was a good cut by Smith. Smith fed the post, kept his feet moving. Just didn't go up and finish.
Hulls keeps on driving. Very difficult angle, but he got it to go. Pretty play by Jordan Hulls.
Boy, really good play. Rarely do you see someone take the ball at Aaron Kraft like that. And Jordan Hulls kept his dribble alive, squared his shoulders with a tough angle.
It's a tight game. Remember, the Buckeyes have only one timeout remaining. Pull-up pop by Thompson. No. Another tie-up. Possession arrow will bring it to the opposite end of the court with 9:38 to go.
Well, off the inbounds, you've got to keep Thompson in front of you, and you can see Matt Roth is behind him. You barely see Roth trying to undercut him there. He got behind Thompson, and man, it's a Sports Center top 10 play.
No question about it for the freshman from Chicago. We talked about it earlier. Thad Mata says he's the best athlete that he's probably ever had at Ohio State. Zeller back in, bumping, draws the contact. He'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, Indiana against Michigan State only set 3 screens all game for Cody Zeller. They just set a cross screen for Zeller. Ravenel went over the screen. Zeller went low, Ravenel went high. The ball was fed. Ohio State having real problems with interior defense.
Ravenel's third foul. Thomas coming back on, so Ravenel will go to the bench.
Ravenel is in there to play defense, and he just got lost on a little simple cross screen that they had worked on in the shoot-around earlier today.
Number 2 for Zeller. That one ties the game at 51. This crowd, which has kind of been slumbering throughout this contest, starting to come back to life. Up top, Kraft is open. Got it. It's a three-pointer.
The last time they hit a three, Aaron Kraft hit Smith in the corner. This time Smith turned down the shot, found Kraft on top.
Verdell Jones for Oladipo. Oladipo again. Yes.
Well, he absolutely put Thompson away with a crossover. And that's Oladipo's game. Mid-range jump shot off the bounce going right.
get by Verdell Jones. Bouncing here for Smith. Sullinger threw it into the lane, gave it up, and that's going to be a carrying violation.
That's a good call. Indiana fans don't like it, but that's a good call. And that kind of turnover has plagued Verdell Jones here at Indiana. He gets excited, wants to go down the floor. You'll see here. The ball's going to be thrown out. Verdell Jones beats Kraft to it. He had dribbled it. He spun. 2 hands on the ball, put it down. It's a double dribble.
Smith again over the top, and that one knocked away. They were looking for Thompson again, and another whistle with 8:07 to go. But once again, Sam Thompson trying to rise up there around the iron, well over it.
Cody Zeller recognized it, opened up in the lane, and made a nice defensive play, getting his hand on the ball as it was lobbed up to Thompson.
Etherington with the foul. Thomas at the line. Thomas was really a key in Ohio State's 21-point victory over Indiana last year when they met. He scored 22 points. Then tonight. Hulls zips the pass for Zeller. 2 more for Cody Zeller. Under 8 to go, and we're tied at 55. Thompson's pass tipped out of play. 7:38 left. Zeller getting into it.
Well, Cody Zeller's pretty good at absorbing contact. You see, he goes in, keeps his chin on the rim and his elbow under the ball.
Angie's List is essential. I automatically go there.
At Angie's List, you'll find reviews on everything from home repair to healthcare, written by people just like you.
If you want to save yourself time and avoid a hassle, go to Angie's List.
At Angie's List, you'll find the right person to do the job you need.
And you'll find the right person quickly and easily.
I'm busy, 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 busy. Thank goodness for Angie's List.
From roofers to plumbers to dentists and more, Angie's List. Reviews you can trust.
Oh, Angie? I have her on speed dial.
We're looking to develop food products that are optimized for cancer prevention.
What got us involved in this was some studies that associated tomato products and soy products with a decreased risk of prostate cancer. The soy tomato juice that we developed here at Ohio State University may have cancer-fighting properties.
We're giving people more reasons to eat their fruits and vegetables.
Soy mexicano, americano.
Cubana americana.
Colombiano americano.
Boricua americana.
Dominicana americana. Mexicano americano. Cubano americano.
Peruano americano.
Dominicano americano.
Colombiana y americana.
Mexicano americano.
Americana como tú.
Americano como tú. Americano como tú.
This summer, say hola to the new Spanish language broadcast network for you. Mundo Fox, Americano como tú.
We are different. Society should aspire to be more like us.
Be part of the first class. Get energized. Get outside.
Hold on, guys. It's gonna get bumpy.
And get moving. Experience the power of physical activity. Join the movement at ActionHeroAlliance.com.
Well, the entire half has been played here within a 7-point range. Ohio State's biggest lead of the half for Indiana's 3. And of course, the Hoosiers trying to knock off number 1 and number 2 within a 3-week period. Sullinger knocked away, gets it back, and he's tripped and fouled. So, with 7:25 to go, Ohio State will be at the line.
Jared Sullinger has had to catch the ball out farther than he wants to, and Zeller's foot was there, and Sullinger tripped over it, so I guess that's a foul. There are just some things that happen in close in basketball. Like sometimes guys go for rebounds, they get hit in the face. Sometimes guys make moves, they trip over one another. It's big guys, big feet in an area.
Tied at 55. He makes the second one, so Ohio State back in the lead. Zeller with 4.
Well, on this end, Ohio State's going to have to figure out how to contain Watford.
Oladipo with a spin, gives it off. Elston can't connect. Sullinger picks it up. He has 7 rebounds tonight. Buford's been pretty quiet in the lane. Blocked from behind by Oladipo and a clean stop.
Oladipo is everywhere in this game. His hands are active. He's right into whoever he's guarding. Great on help side.
Look at the long distance shot by Hulls. Yes! Off the front of the iron to the backboard and in. And Indiana leads by 2.
That was from 23 feet. And Smith Jr., Lenzel Smith Jr. went under a screen, which you never do with Jordan Hulls.
Indiana never beating the AP #1 and #2 teams in the same season. Stopped by Elston. He denies Kraft. Verdell Jones wants to get his team running. He's on the attack. Fighting for his own miss. Got it back underneath and a double dribble.
Verdell Jones made a bad play there. He got a good shot, but Jordan Hulls had just ripped a 3 and was running down and was set at the top of the key, and instead of finding the hot shooter, he took it in on the basket. All you had to do was stop, find, and Hulls would have had a great look at a 3.
Coming up on 6 minutes to go. Indiana trying to do it again. Here's Thomas. And a whistle. 6:01 left on the clock. And a personal foul on Elston will be his 3rd for the 6'9" junior for Indiana. So Sullinger will be shooting a 1-and-1. He's 8 out of 11 at the line tonight. Indiana with a 2-point lead. Oladipo to handle it here. 5:50 to go. Hull's trying to make a move. Buford's there to stop him. Elston will shoot it. Big rebound by Thomas. So now Ohio State playing from behind.
Look how far out Sullinger has to get the ball. That allows a double to come easier.
Buford banks it in. Pretty shot by William Buford.
One of the things Ohio State does really well, and you can watch it for the rest of this game, instead of when Sullinger is doubled and the ball is skipped, instead of shooting a 3, Buford and Kraft love to drive the long recovery and get to the rim.
Oh, Oladipo, you give him that lane, and there he is to slam down another one. Indiana back in front. He's had a fine night with 13.
A great play by Hulls. Hulls tried to take Buford, stuck, stopped, sat down, found Oladipo.
Thomas setting the screen. Kraft, little contact, banks it in on the drive. Tied at 60.
Right back at you with good point guard play.
This is the best flow this game has had.
Yeah. Well, we haven't had too many whistles here. Guys have been allowed to play.
Hulls trying to take Buford down the lane. Yes! He's come alive here the last few minutes.
Third straight possession. Tom Crean has set Jordan Hulls up for a drive against Buford. That time, previous 2 from the side, that time straight from the top of the key. There's Oladipo into Buford here.
Jump shot from Lenzel Smith. He'll rattle that one in from 3-point land.
Lenzel Smith coming into this game, had made 7 threes all year. That's his second of the second half.
Hall's right back at him with a triple. Indiana by 2. Well, this is becoming high-octane stuff with 3.5 left. Kraft, and a foul well away from the basket with 3:19 on the clock.
Well, Jordan Halls was feeling it. He hit a 3 a couple minutes ago. Here, he just backs up and just take. Previous possession, he took William Buford. That time, he stepped out and knocked it in.
Graduation, huh?
Crazy, right?
Well, with this Droid Razor by Motorola on Verizon 4G LTE, you guys can stay in touch. Cool. You can video call on Skype, send photos.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Get $100 off any Motorola 4G LTE smartphone, like the Droid 4, now just $99.99. Verizon.
BTN goes where you want, when you want it, with BTN to Go. Presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Watch live games and BTN original programming, all on your computer, tablet, or smartphone.
Got him! Big strikeout!
Plus, on-demand options include greatest games and re-airs of top matchups featuring Big Ten teams. BTN to Go is available at no extra charge to subscribers who receive BTN through their cable, satellite, or participating video providers. To learn more, visit btntogo.com.
Every year, millions of college football fans across the country unite to support their teams. And now they're coming together for a new cause. Rare diseases affect more than 30 million Americans, and often they are told little can be done to help. Uplifting Athletes inspires these rare disease patients with hope. We work with college football players to benefit the rare disease community. You can join our team by donating to Uplifting Athletes today. Go to our website, upliftingathletes.org. Together, we are stronger.
Every day, over 15 million kids are left alone after school. No one to teach them or guide them.
But for millions of kids, the opportunity to be great is just one door away. Fox Sports has partnered with Boys and Girls Clubs of America to help open doors to education and opportunity while preparing kids to have a great future.
The club helped change my life. Now help me change someone else's.
Donate to Boys and Girls Clubs today. Greatfutures.org/Fox Sports.
And back to that man, Jordan Hulls with 16, 10 of them in the second half, Dan. And it's 65-63 Indiana.
Well, Jordan Hulls was coming off a 2 for 10 night against Michigan State, 0 for 4 from the three-point line. Water has a tendency to find its level. He is a very good shooter that had a struggling night. And guys that are tough, guys that work at it, usually come back with a vengeance.
Kraft makes the first. Trying to retie this one in Bloomington, and does. 65 apiece.
I look for Vidal Jones. Vidal Jones with Buford on him. Some point in this possession is going to get a drive opportunity.
Watford has it on the wing. Zeller really pushing on Sullinger. Hulls is the hot hand. Under 3 to go. 13 on the shot clock. The handoff for Zeller. He'll attack Sullinger on the spin, and a foul! What a move there by the freshman.
We talked earlier about Indiana not helping Zeller out. There they helped Zeller out, gave him the ball on the move against a defender that is used to playing people in the post. Ohio State wanted to travel here, but Cody Zeller, as he usually does, keeps his chin on the rim and completes when contact is coming.
And contact, 4th foul for Sullinger. 2-point lead for Indiana. Thomas to Buford. Thomas Back out for Kraft. 2:27 to go. Sullinger trying to return the favor and gets it to go. He'll go to the line. How about these two?
Right at each other. That was the first time this half, Dave, that Sullinger was able to establish position. Watch here. He gets low. You see his right foot was in the lane. Caught it one block off, one step off. That's where he likes to operate. For most of this half, Indiana has pushed Sullinger 5 to 7 feet off the block where he's uncomfortable.
Well, that one fouls out Zeller with a tie game with 2:24 to go.
This is the computer ICU. It's what happens to your computer when it gets infected, slows down, and crashes. And if you don't do something, your computer could wind up here in the computer graveyard. But it could be saved with mycleanpc.com.
Is your computer running slow? Are you frustrated with error messages, blue screens, computer freezes, and crashes? Then go to mycleanpc.com for your free diagnosis today. Then just activate the mycleanpc.com software to fix it in minutes. And computer specialists are available while you're online.
The best thing about mycleanpc.com was it had a free diagnosis.
My computer is 100% faster.
You know immediately what the problem is, and the problem is solved right then and there.
Download your free diagnosis today at mycleanpc.com.
All summer long, BTN delivers day-long blocks of programming devoted to your favorite Big Ten university during school days. You'll see the best football and basketball games from this past season, unforgettable championship moments, greatest games, and the stories of the most iconic athletes and coaches in history. School days. Catch an entire day of Michigan Thursday only on BTN.
Honoring legends and building leaders. It's been a Big Ten tradition for more than 100 years. We honor the legends who've given us moments we'll never forget. And building leaders? Well, that's about preparation for living a life of significance every single day.
Zeller will hit the bench. He has fouled out.
Well, now Elston comes in. Last time Elston came in, the emphasis was putting Watford on the block. I think you'll see Indiana go to Watford on the block with with Elston out on the perimeter, either handling the ball or setting ball screen.
So Sullinger for a three-point play and the lead for Ohio State. 14 points tonight. And the Buckeyes are back on top by 1. No more help from the talented freshman tonight. Last 7.5 minutes of the game have been played within a 5-point differential. Riddell Jones getting around. Tough move to his right when he made the basket, and Indiana is back in front.
He said a tough move because Aaron Kraft was set up to take a charge. Riddell Jones just slid to his right.
Thomas off the fake, shoots it, hits it, and the Buckeyes are back out in front.
You cannot let Deshaun Thomas go to his left. We heard it today in the shoot-around. It's all they worked on, all they talked about with him. Christian Wofford allowed him to go to his left.
Move. Strong to the glass, denied by Sullinger on the block, and he kept it alive. Jared Sullinger with the deflection. Buford lost it, and what's the call? It's going to go the other way. Just lost it out of play, minute 24 left. So Indiana will have the ball, down by 1.
Again, best move for Indiana. Watford on the block.
Oladipo off the screen. Riddell Jones the third. to the foul line. Pulls up and pops. Looked good coming out of his hand. He couldn't cash in.
Well, what Indiana's doing is whoever Buford is guarding, they're going right at Buford. It's a good move. Buford with 4 fouls. Just missed an open shot.
Under a minute to go here at Assembly Hall. Kraft threw it away. Open man is Oladipo. He spins it in. Indiana has the lead. 71-70. On the turnover, the Hoosiers are back in front. Timeout. Ohio State, their last timeout.
Well, Thompson is going to hustle and try to catch up to Oladipo here, but watch the finish by Oladipo.
Chili's Triple Dipper lets you create your own bold dinner. Choose 3 appetizers from 10 choices, like our new cheesesteak sliders made with shaved steak, grilled peppers, onions, cheese, and a side of dipping sauce. Chili's Triple Dipper.
Football never takes a break here at BTN. That's why every Saturday and Sunday this summer, we're satisfying your desire for pigskin with the best gridiron moments in our library.
Look at this burst of speed, big time play.
Classic games, jaw-dropping feats, nail-biting finishes, bold triumphs, and so much more. Don't miss an entire weekend of football replays, only on BTN, the year-round home of Big Ten football.
I'm a clinical researcher and the head of a large memory disorder clinic at Ohio State. And I was finding that by the time they got to my office, they had mild to moderate Alzheimer's. I realized that this symptom had started 4, 5, 6 years ago. That is particularly why I developed this self-administered test. If you treat earlier, they do much better. That's one of our greatest goals, is to spread our knowledge out and make people's lives better.
They are the all-time greats, the best to ever compete and coach in the conference. They are the Big Ten Icons. Learn every story during a Big Ten Icons Marathon. Friday, only on BTN.
Wednesday night coverage of college hoops continues at 7 Eastern on ESPN2. It's Duke and Temple. Then on ESPNU at 7, Marquette facing Hollis Thompson and Georgetown. Ohio State has just used their last timeout. 28.8 seconds remaining. Indiana leading by 1.
Well, the ball needs to go to Sullinger here, but Indiana is going to double. And Sullinger's going to have to play out of that double. They will double from number 12, Thompson's man.
Buford pulls up the dribble, looking for Kraft. 19 seconds left. Off Thompson, trying to save it. 15 seconds to go. Indiana with the basketball. 16 turnovers. And a timeout, Indiana.
That was great post defense by Derek Elston. The play was set for Buford to come off a handoff and get the ball down to Sullinger, but Elston kept his feet. Look how far Sullinger was, and now it's sped Ohio State up, and when you get sped up on offense, you turn it over.
And Indiana is 15 seconds away from knocking off the number 1 and number 2 ranked teams in America in a span of 3 weeks.
Remember this, Ohio State is better than anybody in the country at defending getting the ball inbounds. Now, Indiana has timeouts. So the inbounder has to know 2 things. Number 1, he cannot move or it's a travel. Number 2, he has timeouts. Because Ohio State will switch every screen here and make it very difficult to inbounds the ball.
3 timeouts remaining for Tom Crean in Indiana. So the Hoosiers to inbound, Hulls to put it in. And does, and gets it back. And he's reached and fouled. He's a 95% foul shooter. 13 seconds left, 13.4. Ravenel with his 4th foul to stop the clock. Ohio State's only loss to date came at Kansas, but Sullinger did not play in that game.
You're looking at a kid who had made 58 straight free throws, 10th all-time before in the NCAA history until he missed one against Maryland, Baltimore County.
His grandfather John was on Bob Knight's staff in the 70s here at Indiana. So he bleeds Indiana Hoosier red. Hulls makes it a 72-70 Indiana lead. He's had a big second half.
Now,
he finally missed that one.
Now this ball has to be driven straight at the rim. Maybe a high ball screen from Thomas and go to the rim.
Buford way downtown. No. Rebounded away by Indiana with 2.9 seconds to go. Why?
I don't think Buford knew that it was a 2-point game. I think he thought it was a 3-point game.
This makes no sense unless that's what he had in mind. He had the score wrong.
Again, you talked about it earlier. Without any timeouts, it's incumbent on the leadership of the team to make sure everybody knows the situation. And I promise you, William Buford thought it was a 3-point game.
Watford at the line hit 76%. 73-70. He makes this one. And you will hear a roar here. Indiana's going to do it again. Timeout with 2.9 seconds left. And they're already celebrating early here. What a way to ring in the new year for the Indiana Hoosiers. It's felt like a long road back to big-time prominence in college basketball, but well, you got to say they are there. They have arrived.
They are absolutely there, and they will be there for a while with the kids that they have coming in and the youth of this particular team. You know, a kid like Verdell Jones, Tom Pritchett, Jordan Halls is a junior, Elston is a junior, who have been through such tough time. I'm telling you, in college basketball, when you go through tough times but you don't quit and you stick together as a unit, usually you come out the other end doing pretty well.
Smith running the baseline. Stolen away, and that's going to do it. And Indiana has done it again. The Hoosiers have knocked off number 2 Ohio State. And for the first time in program history, they beat number 1 and number 2 in the AP poll in the same season. That's remarkable, and they did it within 3 weeks.
Well, they did it in this game without a valuable member, Tom Sheehy, and they did it by battling through their own foul trouble. A choppy game, just kept grinding. Last possession, Ohio State didn't execute. When you don't execute last possession in a game like this, you get beat.
So Indiana on the move. 74-70. They knock off number 2 Ohio State.